In the heart of Buddhist teachings lies a profound message of hope and liberation. This message is encapsulated in the Four Noble Truths, a framework for understanding and overcoming the universal experience of suffering. These truths offer a path to escape samsara, the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth fueled by our attachments and aversions. Buddhism teaches that suffering is an inherent part of life. We experience it in various forms, from physical pain to emotional distress. However, Buddhism also offers a way out of this suffering. By understanding the Four Noble Truths, we can begin to unravel the causes of our suffering and cultivate a path towards lasting peace and happiness. Welcome to Ancient Universe Channel. The Four Noble Truths are not meant to be mere philosophical concepts. They are practical guidelines for living a more fulfilling and meaningful life. By embracing these truths, we can transform our relationship with suffering and unlock our potential for true liberation. This essay will delve into each of the Four Noble Truths, exploring their significance and practical applications in our daily lives. We will discover how these truths provide a roadmap to navigate the challenges of human existence and ultimately achieve enlightenment. The first noble truth, often translated as life is suffering, is often misunderstood. It doesn't mean that life is inherently miserable or devoid of joy. Instead, it points to the reality of dukkha, a Pali word that encompasses a wider range of experiences than just physical or emotional pain. Dukkha refers to a fundamental dissatisfaction and unease that permeates our existence. It acknowledges the impermanent nature of life, the inevitability of change, and the challenges that arise from our attachments to fleeting pleasures and our aversion to unpleasant experiences. There are three main types of dukkha: ordinary suffering, suffering caused by change, and existential suffering. Ordinary suffering includes physical and emotional pain. Suffering caused by change is the pain of losing loved ones, experiencing setbacks, or facing the impermanence of things we cherish. Existential suffering is a deep-seated sense of dissatisfaction that arises from clinging to a separate sense of self. Recognizing dukkha is not about dwelling in negativity or despair. It is about cultivating an honest awareness of the true nature of our experience. By acknowledging the presence of dukkha in our lives, we can begin to investigate its causes and find ways to alleviate it. The second noble truth delves into the origin of dukkha. It identifies tanha, often translated as craving, attachment, or desire, as the root cause of our suffering. Tanha arises from our ignorance of our true nature and our mistaken belief in a separate, permanent self. This craving manifests in various forms. We crave sensual pleasures, material possessions, recognition, and even the continuation of our own existence. We also crave the absence of unpleasant experiences, clinging to the illusion that we can somehow escape the inevitable realities of pain, sickness, old age, and death. The problem with craving is that it is insatiable. The more we try to satisfy our desires, the more they seem to multiply. This constant pursuit of fleeting pleasures and avoidance of pain keeps us trapped in a cycle of dissatisfaction and suffering. The second noble truth teaches us that true happiness and liberation cannot be found in external objects or experiences. It lies in freeing ourselves from the chains of our own desires and attachments. The third noble truth offers a message of hope and possibility. It states that dukkha can be overcome. Nirodha, often translated as cessation or extinguishing, refers to the complete liberation from suffering. This liberation is not a distant utopia or an afterlife reward. It is a state of being that is attainable in this very life. Nirodha is achieved through the cessation of tanha. By uprooting the source of our suffering, our clinging and craving, we can experience true peace and lasting happiness. This state of liberation is often referred to as nirvana. Nirvana is not a place we go to after death. It is a state of mind characterized by the absence of greed, hatred, and delusion. It is a state of perfect peace, wisdom, and compassion. The third noble truth assures us that liberation from suffering is possible. It invites us to embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation, ultimately leading to the realization of our true nature. The fourth noble truth provides a practical roadmap for ending suffering. It introduces the Eightfold Path, guiding us towards liberation. The Eightfold Path cultivates wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. It includes right understanding, right thought, and right speech. Also, right action, right livelihood, and right effort. Finally, right mindfulness and right concentration. Practicing the Eightfold Path weakens tanha and cultivates wholesome qualities. The Four Noble Truths are not just abstract concepts. They offer practical guidance for navigating the challenges of daily life. By understanding and applying these truths, we can transform our relationship with suffering and cultivate greater peace and well-being. One way to apply the Four Noble Truths is to cultivate mindfulness in our daily activities. By paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment, we can become more aware of the arising of craving and aversion in our minds. This awareness allows us to make wiser choices that are aligned with our values and aspirations. Another practical application is to practice compassion, both towards ourselves and others. Recognizing that everyone experiences suffering can help us develop greater empathy and understanding. By extending kindness and compassion to ourselves and others, we create a more harmonious and supportive environment for growth and healing. Mindfulness is an essential practice for anyone seeking to understand and apply the Four Noble Truths. It is the ability to pay attention to the present moment without judgment, with an attitude of curiosity and acceptance. By cultivating mindfulness, we become more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations as they arise. We begin to notice the subtle ways in which craving and aversion manifest in our minds, influencing our perceptions, thoughts, and behaviors. Through mindfulness, we develop a greater understanding of the impermanent and interconnected nature of reality. We learn to observe the arising and passing of all phenomena without clinging or aversion. This understanding allows us to relate to our experiences with greater wisdom and equanimity. Mindfulness can be cultivated through various practices, such as meditation, mindful breathing, and mindful walking. By incorporating these practices into our daily lives, we can gradually transform our relationship with suffering and cultivate greater peace and well-being. The ultimate goal of Buddhist practice is to achieve enlightenment, a state of complete liberation from suffering and the cycle of samsara. Enlightenment is not something that is attained overnight. It is the culmination of a lifetime of dedicated practice and cultivation. The path to enlightenment is a journey of self-discovery, transformation, and awakening. It is a process of letting go of our attachments, purifying our minds, and cultivating wisdom and compassion. The Four Noble Truths provide a roadmap for this journey, guiding us towards the realization of our true nature. By understanding and applying these truths, we can gradually awaken to our own potential for enlightenment. The Four Noble Truths offer hope and liberation. Suffering is part of life, but it doesn't have to rule us. Understanding and embracing the path to end suffering leads to a meaningful life. The journey starts with acknowledging dukkha, the reality of suffering. Recognize tanha, our craving, as the root of suffering. The third noble truth assures us that liberation, Nirodha, is possible. Achieve this through the cessation of tanha. The fourth noble truth illuminates the Eightfold Path. This guide provides a roadmap for lasting peace and happiness. The Four Noble Truths are practical guidelines. Embracing them leads to an awakened, compassionate life. This journey leads to the realization of our true nature and liberation from suffering. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Join us as we uncover the essence of Buddhist wisdom and learn how to apply the Four Noble Truths to attain freedom from the endless cycle of samsara. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content on spirituality and personal growth.